Welcome back to all the crackers in the box. Very sick right now, lost my voice, and have a very attached toddler. Today's video is mostly about what's in my stash. I am about to finish up my shawl. On the last 8 rows. Then I only have one ongoing project on my hook. I am going to be whipping up the Grim Reaper from my library book, and I will be finishing my amazing cotton top for the upcoming heat of summer. So let's get started. Parts of this video will be in my own voice and parts will be the computer-generated text to voice. This is not a video to brag about what I have in my stash. I have a very reasonable stash. It's in 2 large totes, and some of the prettier ones on 3 shelves on a good-sized set of shelves. Would love some ideas on how to use some of what I have, not the stuff on the shelves, those I have plans for.
This gentleman came from a grab bag from another thrift store, totally different one than the one I normally have been going to. It is very soft, very fuzzy, and I really like the colors. I've got about 4 or 5 balls of it of varying sizes, and I've had it for about 2 years. Very undecided because it's way out of my wheelhouse of what I'm comfortable using, so I thought I'd give it a try. These are classic baby yarns. I believe these were a couple different blankets that got pulled apart. I have about 6 or 7 of these that people just do not like these colors the way they mix anymore. They're not very popular, so I'm going to have to really think about how I'm going to soften them, for one. These ones are quite a bit older, so they need some softening. And I'm leaning towards maybe some small little teddy bears, amigurumi styles, but I got like way too much, and nobody in my household is gonna want these, so I'll figure out something. This one was a random find, and I absolutely would love to get more. I call it the bacon yarn. I made pieces of ham for sandwiches for my kids, and it looks like actual meat. It models up so well. Love it for that. Okay, the bane of my existence. I struggle with this stuff so much. It is not the easiest to work with, but boy is it pretty. I love the sparkle. It is very interesting. It is unique, but I don't use it very often. I just kind of have some sitting around. My daughters keep asking me for Barbie dresses and stuff in this, and these would make really cute skirts, but they are hard to keep track of your stitches. Now I have stitch markers, so maybe I'll give it another try. Into my mom's stash again. We have this Georgia Lane, 100% wool, mercerized, 100 grams, made in China, 5.5 millimeter knitting needles, 5.5 crochet, hand wash in warm water, do not bleach, lay flat to dry. I have know nothing else about this yarn. I'm running out of room on my shelf here for all this yarn I've been thrifting. And my mom had given me some big totes. So this is another one of my mom's donations to me. What are your thoughts? I love it. It's really soft. Again, this is from a salvaged blanket. This is how this particular acrylic, I swear it's acrylic, might be cotton. It's really hard to tell with this one. It's got a really strange feeling to it. But this is how it works up in a single crochet. I made myself a little work bag to put all my pieces of Ami when I'm working on Amis. I repurposed this zipper off of a pencil case I was using for my hooks that ended up with a big hole in it. So I ended up just doing that. It didn't come out great, but it didn't come out horrible. It still does the job. It was one of my first freehand projects from like a year and a half ago, so I'm so pretty proud of it. And it gets used quite often. It is full of pieces of amigurumis right now. These two are from the dollar store with more that I have here locally, and they're very interesting novelty yarns. They are acrylic. This is what I have left over from making a little foot rug for beside my son's bed when he gets up in the morning, pretending it was on Minecraft. The white I used for hair on a doll, but the green mixed with brown really looked like Minecraft grass. And now that he's older, he doesn't use it, but for a long time there, it was pretty popular. I think I used about 5 to 8 strands of different colors to come up with the Minecraft color. I would never do it again. It was a really fun make, but I'm never going to do that again. Okay, so this one, I have no idea what it is. It came from the same thrift store a couple years ago. I got about 4 or 5, maybe 7 balls of it. Some were wrapped, some were still on the cone. Super thin. I like the white. I'm just not sure about how it feels. I originally got it as to make a shawl, like the Lost Souls shawl with the skull faces. I'm just not 100% sure that this isn't too scratchy, so I'm going to have to put this one aside for a little bit and see what I can think of. It is definitely textured. Really can feel that, and I'm just thinking like on my shoulders. I don't know if I'd like that. Okay, this colorway, I'm absolutely sure is a Red Heart Super Saver. Not sure what name of it off the top of my head. I'd have to Google it, and I'm not doing that right now while I'm talking. I have a twin size, maybe double size blankets worth of just this colorway alone. I've made a purse. My daughters love it. So I'm looking at a few of Bago Day's more stained glass type with the blacks and the whites, and then she uses the Ice Picasso, which is amazing, and this is as close as I can get to Ice Picasso right now, so I want to kind of try them out. I'm thinking a cardigan for my middle daughter, because these are definitely her colors all day long, all week, and if I do them up in a patchwork and maybe a matching bag, maybe a hat. I don't know yet, but for now, I really would like to start using these up because they're taking a lot of room in my tote. Another blanket reuse. Not sure what color this is, but right now I have 6 balls, about all this size and one smaller one, just in my eyesight right now. I have used some in a shrug for my mom, being that orange, reds, and fall colors are definitely her jam. So they go into her shrug. I have to make it a little bit larger because I guess I misjudged. I made it too small for her. So I'll be adding a bit more. But I'm not quite sure what I want to do with these yet. They are really pretty when worked up. They have beautiful, beautiful stitching. So I'll think of something, I guess. Just like everything else. Okay, these ones are definitely unique. They are what my mom calls Pentex. They feel very plasticky. They are definitely a different type of fiber completely. You can tell they are definitely not natural. More classics. 2 randoms. The Bernay Handcrafter Holidays. Free pattern. It's Goodwill for 25 cents. She must have got this when she lived in Manitoba. It's cotton. Shiny cotton. I don't think I would use this one in particular for a washcloth, because I don't think the sparkles would do up very well with my dishes. 80 grams, 2.8 ounces, approximately 126 meters, or 138 yards. U.S. grown cotton. It's a medium 4.5 knitting needles, 5mm crochet hook. Red sparkle. Interesting.
I have had to put aside my one project I have been working on for myself, gifts for birthdays and Easter. I just have to finish my Mother's Day shawl, and another small secret project. My own mother does watch my videos sometimes. This is a simple 2-panel shirt made with a hobby eye Halloween, Dahila, mad scientist. It's already crazy hot where I live, so when I started this project I decided to split the 4 strands in half. I needed it to be good coverage and light. I love the colors to this cake. In fact, this was my first cake I have ever bought. The last few years the sun hurts me, so I need to keep my shoulders covered if I go out for a walk. I am making my own pattern inspired by a few ponchos and summer tops I have seen on Pinterest. I am really excited to be able to wear this over the summer. Thank you for spending time with us here today. Please feel free to comment any suggestions on what to do with some of these oddball yarns in my stash. Have a great day.